taunt, parry, breakdance, and plenty of other transformations that are limited at each level. I knew that unless I wanted my inner demons to win, I would have to limit the scope of this project, especially if I were to do it in the time limits. I decided to cut out all the attack moves and some of the more niche moves, which unfortunately includes the breakdance, which makes it a very sad day for all Pepino breakdance lovers around the world. This still was a lot to handle, but at least now I knew what I was getting into. I created some arrows to show how states could be traversed, but honestly, the visuals are a lot more complicated than what I actually had to program. Now, I could talk about the grueling journey about programming all these states and features, but I think it would be more fun to just pick some of the best highlights while I was actually creating the game. The air state.
I think I feel like he's actually doing our house.
The dash, Mach 1, bro, Mach 2. Yeah, that makes sense. Mach 3. Body slam. The super jump. The uppercut. The wall running. Okay, that's gonna come in clutch. Down. And the wall jump. Not exactly what I was planning. So after a couple of days, I managed to create the states. Little did I know that I would not be actually done with them until the process of making the states was not very fun, and my code very much resembles spaghetti even after using the managed state machine. Which, I mean, like, that's a question of what it would have looked like if I didn't end up using that state machine. I mean, that really saved a lot of headache in the end. What's most interesting, however, during this whole state making was that I managed to hallucinate an entire state. For some reason, I had the brilliant idea that a player could run down walls. That didn't actually exist in the base game. I genuinely, and this is not a bit, I actually don't know how I hallucinated that. I guess I just thought it would be a feature in the base game. I spent a considerable amount of time adding this into the game, which was not easy to do because I had to create chests with there's a lot. It was not easy to say the least. Honestly, I'm just surprised that I was able to completely hallucinate it. I'm not gonna review it because like I said, but it's still strange to say the least. Something that was bugging me for the longest time in this remake was how the player would snap back and forth while speeding up to Mach 1 and transitioning to Mach 2. The fix was basically just inertia, especially more prevalent.
Oh, I got
stuck! What I did was use my amazing vector knowledge to basically just check the direction that the player was going versus the direction they were actually moving in. Basically, all the math just checked if the direction was opposite to the player's movement, which would cause the player to slow down a bit before moving in that direction. Various differences between the directions. Basically, I was on the nerd ship when it became worth it because the movement became way smoother. At this point, with most of my states done, I decided to use the whiteboard to plan out the rest of my activities. This is what the whiteboard originally looked like. As you can see, Wednesday is kind of empty, and that's because I was planning on hanging out with friends that day, so I knew I wouldn't have much time. Honestly, though, I should have ditched them because, oh boy, I should have losing my sanity while coding. Picking apart my code, only to find out that I have a fucking controller plugged in, causing me eternal suffering comparable to the 7 circles of... Spoiler alert, I did not really follow that whiteboard that well. This is what the schedule really looked like after I came back. I was really tired on Thursday, so I basically didn't do anything, which was okay because I had Sunday and Saturday reserved for bug fixes and some minor tweaking. Next on my bucket list was creating the model for my 3D Pepino. To be 100% candid, I am the first time I picked up Blender was really amazing Pepino model on SketchFab by this person, who I'm not going to try to pronounce her name because I'll probably end up butchering it. With this model using the Creative Commons license, I ended up importing it, and now instead of a white T-pose Pepino, which
you need a pillow.
I did, however, end up getting sidetracked, so instead of working on the animation, I just continued fixing some bugs and working on the movie.
Fine,
However, I got to working on the animation. Surprise, surprise, I have never really done anything like that before again, so to avoid further agony, I used a really convenient service called Mixamo, not sponsored. Basically, you just upload the model here, and Adobe software generates an animation for you. I had to fiddle with uploading it for a long time because for some reason the model that I was using on Mixamo didn't work, and like Pepino was reversed or something, so it's really annoying, and I kind of wasted a lot of time. Done eventually.
There's water in my nose!
Which, yep, they are one of the animations.
Oh wait! That didn't have water.
Especially during this the best of my ability, and yeah, it's definitely implemented. They're definitely expressive, which is what I was going for, since the original animations are so well animated. Are broken,
you can tell this guy is so angry with the angry cow.
The next task up was creating the level. Basically, the original Pizza Tower levels are all linear, which makes sense since once you reach the end, you destroy this guy called Pillar John and the level starts falling apart. After doing this, an escape sequence starts and you have to race back to the beginning, all while the amazing soundtrack starts blasting. I figured that there were two approaches to making a 3D level. I could be really cheap and just rotate the 2D level on its axis and recreate a linear level in 3D, or I could create a custom-made 3D level that makes more sense for platformers. See, the problem with ingenuity and a unique 3D level is that it takes effort, something that I was losing by the day as I continued this project. Ultimately, I also decided to go for the linear level just because it would make more sense for the whole rushing back after taking out Pillar John, since I wasn't really sure how I would accomplish that in 3D if the player could just jump around the outside. I mocked up the level in 2D and decided to make the level
Evil
in such a way
guy.
that would utilize all the different mechanics
My
that I ended
money.
up creating for the game. Those being the jump,
Smart.
wall down, wall jump, dash, super jump,
What?
slam,
No.
uppercut, double jump, and the 3 mock stages. Finally ending the level with my own
English.
Pillar John. I started using Gato's CSG obstacle, alongside a tiled
Smart.
prototype texture that I downloaded from this
Why
site,
you
linked in the
smart?
description if you need it. What I noticed was that while using CSG boxes, Gato would frequently crash, especially
I'm
when
sorry,
scaling
wanting
and
to
moving. I know
like
that the
it.
CSG boxes and obstacles were not designed to create an entire level, but I figured that the prototype I was making wasn't that big enough that the game would start crashing. Regardless of the crashing, I continued. I eventually ran into a problem, however, when I scaled the CSG box very long. Which Mach 3 on it. What I realized was that every time I tried interacting with that large CSG box, the engine would crash. This was unironically the only time I actually got frustrated while working with Godot until suddenly I couldn't open my project. I started to genuinely freak out. At this point, I was worried that I had lost everything I was working on. If all my project was lost, I would implode. I hadn't backed up my project in a while on GitHub, so I was basically in panic.exe. I eventually just opened the project on Windows File Explorer and manually re-imported everything to a new project, which was annoying, but spared my progress nonetheless. I essentially made zero progress in the 4 hours I spent making the level, which really annoyed me, but at the very least, I still had the project. The original plan was to prototype it in Godot, export it and finish it in Blender, and then re-import it back into Godot. Again, I'm not very good in Blender, so the whole process of making the level is very cumbersome and annoying, but I got it done, to say the least. I applaud everyone who enjoys modeling and art, because that stuff is not easy, especially since these cool checker textures I made didn't work in Godot, only making me more frustrated with the entire art making pipeline. I had to rename each object in Blender with dash cols so they would have a collider texture, and eventually my level was in Godot and working. I then wrangled with those tile textures, and after some tweaking with the world environment and lighting, I had a decent looking level. Finally, the pieces fell into place and I had a couple of last steps. After some off-camera bug fixing, since it wasn't really that interesting, I quickly created the Pillar John feature alongside the main menu and a win and lose screen. I also lowered the resolution and upscaled it in order to create a quick pixelated effect that matched the sprite work of the original game. I also drafted a really quick free play mode, even though I doubt anyone will actually play this game. More on that in a bit. My brother ended up playing the game to give me some valuable feedback, which I used to tweak some mechanics and some bug fixes, and eventually the game was done. Now, what you've all been waiting for, the reveal of the 3D Pizza Tower game I made. Enjoy. So here we are playing Pizza Tower 3D. You can see my very amazing logo that I made in 5 seconds. And I'm just gonna be playing the game. All right, let's play. So not to dawdle too much, we got some pretty awesome stuff here. Let's just play. So we're gonna run up this wall, and I'm just gonna play like a regular player, not like I've meticulously planned this level for hours. So we're just gonna run down the wall. Uh-oh, we missed the jump. That's so awful. So you could just start running over here, but that's really slow. You know what I'm
Today got easier way.
We're going to do the dash to gain speed. There we go. Now we're going to jump. We're going to hit that wall, but now we've made it. Very cool. Next obstacle here, we have a little jump. So, you jump up, but oh no, you can't reach. So what are you going to do? You're going to uppercut. Pretty awesome. Now you're going to run down here just all normally, and you're going to speed up for a bit. And if you listen closely, you'll hear Mach 3.
Coins.
So I just triggered it off because I ran away, but so now when we go back over here, we're gonna hold down the button, release. There we go. We're gonna hit our head, but that's okay. And now we're here. So now here's Pillar John. You can see in his beauty. Here he is with this very simple texture. So we're just gonna break it and start pizza time. So we got only 30 seconds. So we're just gonna ground pound, and we're gonna run back to level. So really you don't need 30 seconds, but I just gave that just in case. We're gonna run back, bypass everything here, and boom. So there we go, I won in 20.434 seconds. Very epic. I'm gonna go back and so I mean, free play, really not much going on here, but just in case,
Evil
I
bad
thought
guys.
that'd be fun, because it's pretty fun to do the super jump, for example,
What
and
does
you
that
can just
mean?
fly around and
Oh, it's
whatnot,
going.
yeah. And run around, very, very cool. And if I get to Mach 3, the super jump, I go back in downtown. There you go. And if I ever decide to accidentally fall off the map, there's no worry because look at that.
What is this?
And I'm back.
Oh.
Okay, I was actually kind of worried it wouldn't work there. So there we go. That's the whole game. It's very short, more like a demo to be honest, but yeah, there you go. The game runs pretty well, but for some reason there's one bug that completely eludes me. Basically, when the player runs into a wall, there's a chance they quote-unquote win the game in 0.000 seconds, so I guess if you're speedrunning the game, you need to pray for this glitch. I am going to be posting the code in my GitHub link in the description so everyone can use it, so if you end up finding a fix for the bug, post it there and I'll probably just implement it. In the meantime, if you ever end up encountering it, just ignore it and continue playing the level as usual. So will I release the game? No, probably not. I don't think that legally I can anyways, since the title is literally called Pizza Tower 3D and uses their logo, and all the sound effects and music are just ripped straight from the game itself. What I will do is after this video is uploaded, I will email the devs and send them this video and ask if I could upload the game for free among anything else they desire. If the game ever gets released, I will update the description with my itch.io page. If you want to keep up to date, follow my Discord and Twitter since I'll be regularly providing updates there. Overall though, even though this project caused me some pain, it was really fun to say the least, because since it was my first time making a 3D game and it was my first time using .04, I was pleasantly surprised with the whole thing. I mean, after all, some of the enjoyment in-game dev is the crunch time, unless I'm a masochist, that is. Although I wouldn't really call this that much of a game since it's basically just a demo and the whole level is like 30 seconds long. But you know what, let's just call it. After this game though, I need a break. I'm probably gonna get back to playing Pizza Tower since I only started making this video right after finishing the first floor. After all, this video ate up all my free time during spring break. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing, liking the video, and turning on notifications as it helps me out tremendously. I'm Vlogish. See you guys later.
Hey, you're smelling by itself.
Oh, alone.
No one to help her. Would you help the lonely kitten?
You're just alone in front of the sad little kid.
No.
Hi guys.
No. Wait, would I die if I don't answer this? Go down. Okay.
Oh god. I think this is a good time to pause. I can't. Okay, I wasn't able to pause. Oh. I shouldn't have done that. Oh no. Oh no. Why? It's not the bad ending. Please.
Maybe she won't kill me this time.
Oh
Okay, I
my
think I got it to the point where we should do a little bit of lore review to make sure that we're on the same page. First thing first, we figure out that A Man
Yo.
Adventure is actually a TV show watched by kids all
Stop!
over, okay? And children
No.
are missing while watching it, like Lauren in that secret orange tape. We also make sure a handy-dandy pause button learn
It's
to
night time.
manipulate the tapes a bit, cause some fires, make Amanda pissed off. But if you guys didn't notice, we learned from the second tape that it is both Woolie's and Kate's birthday on the same
Okay.
day. This is me.
That's an intro.
Woolie is Kate.
That's an intro.
More importantly, who the fuck is Kate? I still have no idea. And in tape 3, with the chicken analogy, Amanda explains how her parents hate her or something. So in conclusion, I still have no idea what's going on. So if anyone in the comments can explain some of the lore or theories you guys have, let me know. I'm sure others want to know as well.
Oh, the doll's back. Can we get the scissors?
Oh god! What's the batteries?
Oh, we can use the little robot.
Okay. Wait, do you remember the thing? The code?
150325.
Did I find it? That's not wrong. With my discount code, I will get you 50% off.
Do you know what the daddy?
Wait. What if we put the name of that? There was a guy here before, remember? When we first got the little clock thing, the ticking thing? It was by Lacey Mitchell. What if we enter Mitchell? Yeah, Mitchell fits.
Do it.
Mitchell.
No, that's not what they're called,
Oh.
right?
Oh! I told you! Oh my god! I told you!
That's the sound of a tornado. Yeah, sounds about right.
I think that's where the toilet goes. When I'm okay, now the blizzard. Now we just do the normal thing.
Living amongst people. Alright, go, 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 go,
Okay,
go,
okay,
flip,
okay.
go, switch,
This is it.
flip, so switch.
What? We have to play a little bit more.
Okay, maybe don't put video. Like random stories. Don't wrong.
Poopy.
No, that's not what they're called,
Same thing. It was the same. Mitchell wasn't the answer, idiot.
Oh, it wasn't?
It was just the wrong answer. So they just did the
Oh.
same thing.
Wait.
You